Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're continuing with the halachot of the dreams. The Gemara Masechet Berachot says, Amar Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani Amar Rabbi Yonatan, Em marin lo le'adam ela mirurei libo. Right? And he brings a pasuk. What does that mean? When a person's going to start dreaming, many times they will dream about something that was just on their mind. And therefore, here it brings down in the halacha, from here we learn that if a person had some thoughts during the day or some occurrences that happen, and now all of a sudden he comes and he dreams, so therefore sometimes you don't even have to take it into consideration. So here it says, for example, right, let's say he comes and he goes to the dentist and it's hurting his teeth, right, and all of a sudden the tooth falls out, right? Now we just mentioned yesterday, a person that his teeth falls out, he has to actually do ta'anit. Why? It means that he doesn't need his teeth because he's going to pass away. So now what happens is that this is what's happening, right? Or for example, a friend calls him up, they've got toothaches, right? So also the same halacha, if he's going to dream about this at night, he does not need to fast whatsoever. Why? Because since this is Hirurei Libo, this is what's happening. It's coming towards Kippur, right? It's during the days of Seren Mechuvah. He starts dreaming about Kippur. It could be he's dreaming about even Ne'ilah. He does not need to fast. Yesterday we said that if you dream about Kippur, it means that you need an atonement, right? Or you're getting married and you're going to a wedding tonight, and all of a sudden now you dream about a wedding. So now you need an atonement. That's why Chatan mechapel lo avonotav. Again, any time where you have an occurrence, where all of a sudden now during the day, something happens, they told you about something, or you were speaking about something, or you saw something, and now all of a sudden that night, what happens is you have these, right, we're going to say these nightmares or these dreams. What happens is you do not have to take it into consideration. Why? Because at the end of the day, since the person was actually thinking about it during the day, so therefore obviously that's what he's going to dream about during the night. It's not like a siman that they came and they showed him. Okay, the other halacha which is mentioned here is about the pitaron chalomot. In the Midrash Rabbah brings down something very incredible. The Gemara Masechet Berachot just says that everything goes after the mouth, which means that it goes according to our interpretation, how we're going to interpret the dream to others. But the Midrash Rabbah brings down that there was a woman that she came in front of Rabbi Eliezer and she told him that the beam of the house was falling down. Now if you remember, we already said that if the beam of the house falls down, it means that it's a bad thing. All of a sudden he comes and he says, you're going to have a boy and he's going to live. And that's exactly what happened. Afterwards, she went and she asked, she had the exact same dream. She comes to the Bet HaMidrash. Now what happened is Rabbi Eliezer wasn't there. So one of the students comes and he says, the husband's going to die. Why? Because he's the supporter of the house, right? The main beam of the house is going to cave in. That's it, the husband's going to die. And that's exactly what happened. Comes Rabbi Eliezer, he told his students, what are you doing? Ibatem adam, you killed a person. Why? He says, Kasher patalanu kenaya. According to the way that we're going to interpret the dreams, that's exactly what's going to happen. And therefore, we should always try to come and try to interpret the dreams for the positive. The last halakha, which is very interesting, is that what exactly brings good dreams or bad dreams? So he says, if somebody's going to sleep, mitoch simcha shel mitzvah, right, from he's happy, he's just done a mitzvah, and now he's going to sleep, they're going to show him in hashamayim chalomot tovim, right? They're going to show him good dreams. On the other hand, if a person is coming and fasting during the day, and then he goes to sleep when he's mitzad, he's going to sleep when he's suffering in the ta'anit, so then they're going to show him a bad fast. So he comes and he says, so you see from here, if somebody's going to be in a tzar gadol, if somebody's going to be suffering a lot, and then afterwards he sees a bad dream, he doesn't have to worry. Why? Because obviously the reason of the dream was because of the way that he went to sleep. And he says a person should always be very, very careful to say Birkat HaMapil b'Shem Malchut b'Kavanah. Remember that the Shita of Rav David Yosef is you should always say Birkat, right? The Hamapil with Shem Malchut, even after Chatzot. And he said that was the Shita of Rav Vadi Yosef. That's also Rav Zavichi says that was the Shita of Rav Vadi Yosef, even though others said that after Chatzot you wouldn't do Shem Malchut. But according to what they say, no, that it is. You're supposed to always say it even after Chatzot. And then he says you should say B'Chavanah Ve'al Yavununi L'Chalomot Ra'im V'Rurim Ra'im. That in the middle of the Mampil, we come and we say to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please, you shouldn't get us afraid with all these bad dreams and bad thoughts. So therefore, a person should say that with kavanah, and Bezrat Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should listen to his tefillah, that we should always only have good dreams. Amen.